Do you have trouble sleeping, falling asleep, staying asleep? Here's what's going on in the background. The only way that we can sleep is when we're at peace. And the moment that our peace is disrupted, then we wake up. So let's say we finally fall asleep and we've got all kinds of things on our mind, but for a short while, then we sleep. But then, way too early, we're waking up and our mind is spinning with all kinds of thoughts. We're no longer at peace. So what can we learn from that that's going to help us in the overall? Well, consider that when you view the world as being an imperfect, broken place, how do you feel? What does your spirit feel like? So you're going to notice that there's unease. Now, when you think of everything as being perfect as it is, then how do you feel? You go almost instantly to a place of peace. You're at rest, you feel comfortable. There is no problems and everything feels right. So what that tells us is that since we naturally sleep every day, then peace must be a normal part of the process and unease is an abnormal part of the process. So how are we causing unease so that we can't sleep? Well, we bring that unease by mixing up the purpose of thinking and thought. So the purpose of thinking is to recall information that we already know. So we have something that we're trying to discover, something we're trying to figure out. Well, if we've had that experience, exactly that experience, and not a similar experience, then we're going to be able to think up the answer. So think, for example, that everything that we know is a box of information, and thinking is sorting through that box, trying to find the answers that we have. Now, when we don't know the answer, and we can be reasonably sure we don't have the answer, then what we want to do is stop that process of searching through this box because we know it's not in there. We know the answer is not there. So where does the answer come from? Where did all the answers come from that fill that box that we have now? We certainly didn't have that box full of answers when we were babies, but gradually, day by day, year by year, all these answers came to us. Now, if we think about the language that we use, that thoughts come to us, then consider that thinking is like the wreckage on a highway that's blocking the thoughts from coming in. So as we lay there in bed and we're thinking, puzzling over some problem that we don't have the answer for, we're actually preventing the answer from coming to us. And eventually when we fall asleep, you've certainly had the experience where all of a sudden you'll wake up, or in the morning you wake up and you've got the answer to a problem that you had. Well, what happened is by the time that you're calmed enough that the thinking wreckage was cleared from your information highway, your mind, then what happened was that the thoughts could come to you and the universe could deliver new information to your box of information. And now you have that information. So when you combine these two things, that considering that everything is perfect as it is, and that thinking and thought, when we use them for the wrong purposes, that we're creating an unnatural unease that disrupts our peace, then it prevents us from sleeping. But the moment that we get all these pieces in the right order, then all of a sudden we're at peace, we sleep well, the answers we need come to us. This isn't something that's difficult to learn to do. There's many very successful billionaire business people that use this method all day long. This is how they go into meetings. They don't go fully prepared with all kinds of documentation and everything else. They rely on their gut instinct, and they rely on allowing the universe to deliver the information they need when they need it. This is a tried, proven, true way to do things. To learn more about the power of our mind, thoughts, thinking, conscious, subconscious, why not try a life coaching session? Or if you haven't done the self-test at mylifesoup.com yet, then do that. And subscribe to the videos here so that you don't miss out on any of the coaching that gets posted here regularly. I'm John Verway. I look forward to meeting you.